Good morning, everybody. We are at 11,600 feet where we spent the night last night. Forgot to do the intro for this video, so I'm doing it now on day 3. The hail from yesterday still has not melted. I think I walked through 2 hailstorms and got to camp before the big one at the end of the day, so stayed clear of most of the bad stuff, but it has been a bit chilly the last 12 hours or so. The plan was to go from Chama to Creede, Colorado in 4 days. So far I'm right on pace. I'm at about mile 50 of 100, and I'm thinking I'm going to do it in 5 instead, because strategically the like getting into Creede early will let me get a little bit more of my chores done. Then I can do the rest of them the next day, take it easy, and leave the following morning, as opposed to like needing to take 2 days and squeeze a little bit more time out of it. And I wouldn't mind spending, I'm going to South Fort, Colorado today, so I wouldn't mind spending a little bit more time in town after doing 75 miles in 3 days. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm very happy. So what I ended up doing was taking the, oh, that's super cool. So it's about, the sun's about to rise. And we've been, this is Elwood Pass where we are right now. And so I decided to take the low route because I saw some pictures of the main route through the San Juans, and imagine like a 45-degree slope covered in snow that's like crusty on top and soft underneath, and people are just cutting paths across because there's no real trail. I can't handle that. Just plain and simple. Not trained for it. I also don't like heights, so I'd probably freeze at some point, which would be dangerous. So I ended up taking, so I'm taking the low route, and very happy that I did. One of the things that happened yesterday was there were, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, there were 3 hailstorms and a lot of rain, and we actually saw a couple guys that I know from earlier on the trail that were taking the red line, decided to literally slide down the side of a mountain into a valley and walk over to the route that I'm on. It took like a day and a half, and it was like all bushwhack for them. So they even decided to change course. I'm really happy that I started on this route just to stay safe, and it's been gorgeous, so really haven't missed anything. Waking up to this is pretty good. So you can see the cabin down there where we slept last night. I'm getting some good pictures, but I've been hiking with Anthony and Jess, so company kind of thinking about video. So doing that. They're heading to Frozen Springs. I'm going to stay on the trail and go to Creede. So see you guys down the trail. everybody. So I fixed my hair. Oh, that looks pretty good. So we are at Palisades Campground. Instead of doing the 22, I think it was. No, it said that it was 100 miles in 4 days, but it's really like 95 to 97. Didn't realize that until after I looked at the map and had made that comment. So anyway, instead of doing the last 22 or whatever it was in a day, decided to stop here about halfway between South Fork and Creede, because this campground is $26, and then I can get into Creede pretty early in the morning tomorrow, and it's also Sunday today. So if I get in tomorrow morning, I can go to the post office right away. I can take care of other chores and get all my chores done, and then have Tuesday for rest and relaxation for my zero. So it was June 6th today, D-Day, and let's see, pretty good section. I think I mentioned it before, but really glad that I didn't take the red line after what happened to Poly, General, and Cake. It sounded like that definitely would have been a bit beyond my reach, and with all the rain that's been coming in, I'm not happy or not upset about that at all. Now, I've seen tons of comments on tons of people's YouTube videos and tons of social media posts about, you know, you really got to do the San Juans, and I'll show you a picture of what they look like right now. And so that's why I didn't want to do it. I can barely handle that when it's dry. I wouldn't have been able to handle it in the snow, and especially without any training, that would have been dangerous and put people, like search and rescue people, at risk. So I definitely made the right choice. My plan is to come back, so it's not like I'm gonna miss the San Juans. Probably gonna end up seeing them in a better time of year anyway, because they're definitely not at their primes right now, covered in snow. But not an ideal choice to have to make, but sometimes you have to say no to good ideas, and this is really keeping the long distance goal in mind and trying to get up to Canada. So not pushing my luck here, not getting bogged down in snow now and having to rush later. The Bob Marshall Wilderness is supposedly the most beautiful part of the trail, and I want to be able to save as much time as I can to stall through that area as much as possible. So a little bit of a sacrifice now, but that's what you got to learn how to do on a through hike, is you can't see everything. And so tomorrow is Creede, and then onward for 10 miles till we get back on the red line in the main route, and then it'll be, I think Salida will be our next town. I gotta look at all the mileage tonight and figure out how much food I need to buy for resupply, but I'm guessing based on the map it's gonna be about a normal 5-day 100+ mile section. So looking forward to that. Happy to be in Colorado with this new state smell, and keeping on down the trail. So appreciate you guys coming along. Apologize this isn't the greatest video, but it was 100 miles of road walking, so not a lot to see and not a lot of opportunity to film either. When there's private property, I try to keep the cameras away because people don't tend to like that very much. But anyway, appreciate you guys following along, and I will see you next time.